moving on to our last section of review, 3.6. The lovely sign charts have returned. Yes, our favorites. So first we need to get everything on one side so it can be set equal to 0. Subtract that, make it a fraction so it's nice and pretty for us. And now I want to get common denominators. This is what I mean by getting a common denominator. Sometimes this is what throws you guys off. So don't get overwhelmed by it. Now when I do this math, I end up with 4x plus 11 minus 3x minus 21 all over x plus 7, which this becomes x minus 10 over x plus 7 is less than or equal to 0. So now I can set this up in my sign chart because it's already factored for me. And I have a root at -7 and another root at +10. So I can put x plus 7. Order doesn't matter here, but I like to do whatever is the first root up here. X minus 10. And then the whole thing. So I want to go to the right of this 0 here, and then it's going to be positive all the way across. And negative to the left of it. And if you don't like that method and want to check, you can check each interval, because -8 plus 7 is going to give me a negative number. 0 plus 7 is going to give me a positive number. Whoops. And 11 plus 7 is going to give me a positive number over here. So now I'm going to go to, the right of 10, and I'm going to see positive, minus, minus. Then when I go down the row, negative times a negative is a positive. Positive times a negative is a negative, and positive times a positive is a positive. Now it's asking for less than or equal to 0. That means when it's negative. So my answer is going to be this interval here, and it has this less than or equal to, so I can do a bracket. But why can't I put a bracket around my -7? Because you can't have 0 in your denominator. You always have to check for your domain. So this is your final answer for that one. Now let's do one that's not quite as pretty for us. And let's pull out an x cubed. And I'm left with, and we can pull out a 3x cubed because probably don't want to pull a 3x out of there. All right, let's leave the 3 in. Okay, so we have 3x squared plus 12x plus 20. So we're going to set this equal to 0, and then we have this. So we can do, this factors into x plus 2 and x plus 10. So we can do 3x plus 2 and how do we want to break that 3x up? And an x plus 10. Let's try that. So then when I set that equal to 0, I get 3x is equal to negative 2, so x is equal to negative 2 over 3, and x is equal to negative 10. Now, sign chart for these, negative 10, negative 2/3, 0, sometimes I write total instead of full expression, but if it asks you to write the full expression, you should, but normally it doesn't. So we need now to the left, to the right, it's positive. To the left, it's negative. To the right, it's positive. To the left, it's negative. And then we know to the right it's positive, to the left it is negative. Negative times a negative is a positive, times a negative is a negative. Positive times a negative is a negative, times a negative is positive. Positive times a positive is a positive, times a negative is a negative. And all positives is a positive. Then we need to go back up here and look at the sign it's asking for. Greater than or equal to 0. So that's going to be where it's positive. So using our brackets, we can say that our domain is this. And using brackets because of the equal sign, and since the domain here would be all real since there's no denominator, then we don't have to worry about checking like we did in the other one. So that's all I have for you. Crazy to think that the semester's already over. I wish you the absolute best luck in your future. If you need anything, please reach out. Stay safe, stay healthy. Do the best you can through some really hard times. You've got this. We're strong. We are Buckeyes.